In 2005, Ronaldinho was at the very peak of football. He had just won the Ballon d'Or, officially recognized as the world's best player. But 15 years later, the same man sat in a Paraguayan prison with only $5 in his bank account. How does someone go from being a global superstar to financially broke and behind bars? This is the story of Ronaldinho.
Opciones, Ronaldinho que se va solo, Ronaldinho, ¡gol!
El talonamiento, Ronaldinho buscando el gol del Barça, ha marcado el Fútbol Club Barcelona, ha marcado Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho, full name Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, was born on March 21, 1980 in Porto Alegre, Brazil. He grew up in one of the country's poorest neighborhoods. His father, João, had played football professionally but now worked in a shipyard, while his mother, Miguelina, worked tirelessly as a nurse. Life was hard, but hope arrived early in the form of his older brother, Roberto, who was 10 years his senior and a talented footballer.
When Ronaldinho was 8, Roberto signed his first professional contract with Grêmio, earning enough to move the family into a better house, complete with a swimming pool. For a brief moment, it seemed life was finally improving. Then tragedy struck. Young Ronaldinho returned home one day to find his family in tears. His father had suffered a heart attack and drowned in their pool. At just 8 years old, Ronaldinho lost the man who had introduced him to football. Roberto stepped in as a father figure, dedicating his life to training Ronaldinho and managing his career. This bond, Roberto leading, Ronaldinho following, would shape the trajectory of his entire life, and one day even land them both in prison. Ronaldinho's talent was undeniable. At just 13, he scored all 23 goals in a 23-0 youth match. Soon, he was called up to Brazil's U17 World Cup team, helping the nation win the tournament and earning the title of the next Brazilian wonder kid. By 18, he signed his first professional contract with Grêmio. Over 3 seasons, he impressed everyone. 1998, 38 games, 6 goals. 1999, 47 games, 22 goals. 2000, 37 games, 28 goals. But it wasn't just the numbers. Ronaldinho played with joy and flair, entertaining fans with his incredible dribbling, tricks, and audacious creativity. One notable moment was humiliating Brazilian legend Dunga in a match, a day that would come back to haunt him years later. In 2001, at 21, Ronaldinho moved to Europe, signing with Paris Saint-Germain, also known as PSG. Arsenal had nearly signed him, but a failed work permit led him to France instead, with Roberto managing the deal. Ronaldinho initially struggled to settle in, but after the winter break, he scored in 4 consecutive matches, cementing his place in the first team. Yet, controversy followed him. PSG's coach complained he spent too much time partying and not enough on football. Despite distractions, his talent shined bright. And in 2002, he was called up to Brazil's World Cup squad, joining the legendary trio Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. The trio dominated the tournament. Ronaldinho contributed 2 goals, 5 assists, and an unforgettable free kick against England. At just 22, he was a world champion.
In 2003, 2 of Europe's biggest clubs, Manchester United and Barcelona, vied for his signature. Barcelona won for €30 million, giving him the iconic number 10 shirt. Barcelona was struggling when he arrived. No trophies, no identity, no hope. But Ronaldinho changed everything. In his debut, he stunned the crowd, scoring from distance and igniting the spark the club desperately needed. In his first season, he led Barcelona to their first La Liga title in 6 years. By the next season, he was dazzling Europe. In El Clasico at the Santiago Bernabeu, he scored twice in a 3-0 win. Remarkably, even Real Madrid fans applauded him, an honor only Diego Maradona had received before. By 2005-2006, he lifted the Champions League and added the FIFA World Player of the Year and Ballon d'Or to his growing list of accolades. Ronaldinho was unstoppable, the best player in the world, admired by fans, feared by defenders, and loved everywhere. But as Messi rose through the ranks at Barcelona, Ronaldinho's focus began to waver. He returned to partying, skipped training, and suffered injuries. His performances became inconsistent. By 2008, Barcelona decided to sell him. He moved to AC Milan hoping for a fresh start. Initially, flashes of brilliance appeared, but his fitness and dedication were in decline. Even when he became Italy's top assister in his second season, the 2010 World Cup call-up never came, under Coach Dunga, the very player he had humiliated years ago. After Milan, he returned to Brazil. Flamengo negotiated a party clause allowing him to celebrate twice a week. Atletico Mineiro helped win their first Copa Libertadores and earned Bola de Oro. Querétaro, Mexico, one season. Fluminense lasted only 2 months in 2015. India played for a few years before retiring officially in 2018. Despite fame and wealth, Ronaldinho was broke. Roberto managed all finances, but mismanagement, unpaid fines, and legal troubles took a toll. In 2019, the brothers faced fines for building illegally on protected land. They refused to pay, and 57 properties were seized along with their passports. In March 2020, Ronaldinho traveled to Paraguay for a book promotion using fake passports provided by Roberto. Upon arrival, they were immediately arrested. Investigators checked Ronaldinho's accounts, only $5. His wealth was gone. He and Roberto spent 32 days in prison, where he played football in prison tournaments, but the legendary smile had dimmed. On April 7, 2020, he was released to house arrest and later regained his freedom. Today, he lives quietly, far from the heights of Camp Nou glory.
Ronaldinho's journey is one of the most dramatic in football history. From poverty to world champion, from Ballon d'Or winner to broke and behind bars, from iconic magician on the pitch to a cautionary tale off it. A candle that burns twice as bright sometimes lasts only half as long. Ronaldinho will always be remembered, not just for goals or trophies, but for the sheer joy, creativity, and magic he brought to the beautiful game.